always moving much faster than the comb. There's always a fluid movement and a clear journey of where the comb is starting and finishing. And the guide above, which we have so meticulously created, we are not disturbing. With the clipper swaying from side to side over the comb, move the comb up and out from the head in a classic clipper over comb method, making sure we are always moving the clippers faster than the comb, which creates killer graduation, getting longer as it moves up the head. The comb is then turned upside down and the hair is combed down, not up, so we get an even closer and tighter finish to the hairline. Changing to a 36 Matador saw comb, working down and sitting the base of the comb on the head, clipper over comb, taking the hair a little shorter, sides then back, rounding the bottom off, assess and adjust. We now put a number 1 attachment onto the clippers with the blades pulled back for a little more length. We are now fading the hairline into the hair above. We need to have a clear vision of where the flow of the clippers is starting and finishing. We work slowly, carefully, running the clippers over the hairline and eloquently lifting the clippers off the head into the guide above. Imagine you are a snowboarder carving through the snow. Big seed calves, seamless and balanced, digging our clippers into the hairline but bringing them out towards us in a C curve. We must have in our mind's eye where the clippers are going to come off from the head. The last thing we want to do here is to run the clippers too far up the head with no curve, cutting and losing all the graduation we have so carefully and skillfully created. The fading is designed to add to the graduation by sitting the hair shorter at the bottom and going into the longer graduation above. We then take our guard off and really start to fade and sit in our hairline, creating maximum graduation, always making sure the clippers are going in but always coming out in a fluid movement. We are now polishing the shape off, delicately working on little pieces as we go. Imagine you've done a stone sculpture of someone and you were really happy with the shape, but you were just perfecting the nose. You would be gentle, taking fine bits off the stone and just polishing the final shape. Turn the comb upside down for a closer and tighter finish. Change to another 1 attachment, fading the hairline into the hair above, out towards us in a C curve. We must have in our than the comb. There's always a fluid movement and a clear journey of where the comb is then back, rounding off the bottom, assess and adjust. We now change our comb to a 36 Matador saw comb, once we are happy with the shape. This comb is slightly smaller and finer than our previous combs, which will help us to cut the hair shorter around the hairline and help enormously with graduation. Note, the comb is mostly always moving on the head. The clippers are always moving much faster than the comb. There's always a fluid movement and a clear journey where the comb is starting and finishing. And the guide above, which we have so meticulously created, we are not disturbing. With the clipper swaying from side to side over the comb, move the comb up and out from the head in a classic clipper over comb method, making sure we are always moving the clippers faster than the comb, which creates killer graduation, getting longer as it moves up the head. The comb is then turned upside down and the hair is combed down, not up, so we get an even closer and tighter finish to the hairline. Changing to a 36 Matador saw comb, working down and sitting the base of the comb on the head, clipper over comb, taking the hair a little shorter, sides then back, rounding the bottom off, assess and adjust. We now put a number 1 attachment onto the clippers with the blades pulled back for a little more length. We are now fading the hairline into the hair above. We need to have a clear vision of where the flow of the clippers is starting and finishing. We work slowly, carefully, running the clippers over the hairline and eloquently lifting the clippers off the head into the guide above. Imagine you are a snowballer carving through the snow. Big seed calves, seamless and balanced, digging our clippers into the hairline but bringing them out towards us in a C curve. We must have in our mind's eye where the clippers are going to come off from the head. The last thing we want to do here is to run the clippers too far up the head with no curve, cutting and losing all the graduation we have so carefully and skillfully created. The fading is designed to add to the graduation by sitting the hair shorter at the bottom and going into the longer graduation above. We then take our guard off and really start to fade and sit in our hairline. Create maximum graduation, always making sure the clippers are going in but always coming out in a fluid movement. We are now polishing the shape of, delicately working on little pieces as we go. Imagine you've done a stone sculpture of someone and you were really happy with the shape, but you were just perfecting the nose. You would be gentle, taking fine bits off the stone and just polishing the final shape. Turn the comb upside down for a closer and tighter finish. Change to a number 1 attachment, fading the hairline head. The line into the guide above. Imagine you are a snowballer carving through the snow. Big seed calves, seamless and balanced, digging our clippers into the hairline but bringing them out towards us in a C curve. We must have in our mind's eye where the clippers are going to come off from the head. The last thing we want to do here is to run the clippers too far up the head with no curve, cutting and losing all the graduation we have so carefully and skillfully created. The fading is designed to add to the graduation by sitting the hair shorter at the bottom and going into the longer graduation above. We then take our guard off and really start to fade and sit in our hairline. Create maximum graduation, always making sure the clippers are going in but always coming out in a fluid movement. We are now polishing the shape of, delicately working on little pieces as we go. Imagine you've done a stone sculpture of someone and you were really happy with the shape, but you were just perfecting the nose. You would be gentle, taking fine bits off the stone and just polishing the final shape. Turn the comb upside down for a closer and tighter finish. Change to a number 1 attachment, fading the hairline into the hair above. Take your guard off, really start to fade and polish that shape. Comb the hair back and let the hair fall into a rough centre and find the crown. The crown is that area where the hair is growing out in a circle at the back of the head. Take a horizontal section right the way through the crown with your body directly behind the section and at the back. With your fingernails looking away from you, fingers also horizontal, mirroring the section below and pointing directly to the sides. We cut a square line in the middle first, then connect to either side at the top. Adjust the length until we are happy. We then take another horizontal section right in front of our first section, with our body directly behind the section at the back. We over-direct slightly to our first section with our fingernails looking away from us, fingers also horizontal, mirroring the section below and pointing directly to the sides. We cut a square line in the middle first, then we connect to either side at the top. Our third section on top is exactly the same. Horizontal section right in front of our last section, with our body directly behind the section at the back. We over-direct to our previous section with our fingernails looking away from us. Fingers also horizontal, mirroring that section below and pointing directly to the sides. We cut a square line in the middle first, then we connect at either side. We can now start to see the length we are starting to build on top towards the front, and there is absolutely continuity with our method. When you are clippering the sides and back, we highly recommend that you do not wet the sides or back down again unless you really have to. The hair drying off as you work through the sides and back will enable you to see the shape building and developing, and this is the only way you will create not really start to fade and polish that. Do here is to run the clippers for more length. We are now fading the hairline in which we have so meticulously, always moving the clippers faster than the comb, which creates a killer graduation getting longer as it moves up the head. The comb is then turned upside down and the hair is combed down, not up, so we get an even closer and tighter finish to the hairline. Changing to a 36 matador saw comb, working down and sitting the base of the comb on the head, clipper over comb, taking the hair a little shorter, sides then back, rounding the bottom off, assess and adjust. We now put a number 1 attachment onto the clippers with the blades pulled back for a little more length. We are now fading the hairline into the hair above. We need to have a clear vision of where the flow of the clippers is starting and finishing. We work slowly, carefully, running the clippers over the hairline and eloquently lifting the clippers off the head into the guide above. Imagine you are a snowballer carving through the snow. Big C carves, seamless and balanced, digging our clippers into the hairline but bringing them out towards us in a C curve. We must have in our mind's eye where the clippers are going to come off from the head. The last thing we want to do here is to run the clippers too far up the head with no curve, cutting and losing all the graduation we have so carefully and skillfully created. The fading is designed to add to the graduation by sitting the hair shorter at the bottom and going into the longer graduation above. We then take our guard off and really start to fade and sit in our hairline, creating maximum graduation, always making sure the clippers are going in but always coming out in a fluid movement. We are now polishing the shape off, delicately working on little pieces as we go. Imagine you've done a stone sculpture of someone and you were really happy with the shape, but you were just perfecting the nose. You would be gentle, taking fine bits off the stone and just polishing the final shape. Turn the comb upside down for a closer and tighter finish. Change to a number 1 attachment, fading the hairline into the hair above. Take your guard off and really start to fade and polish that shape. Comb the hair back and let the hair fall into a rough centre and find the crown. The crown is that area where the hair is growing out in a circle at the back of the head. Take a horizontal section right the way through the crown with your body directly behind the section and at the back. With your fingernails looking away from you, fingers also horizontal, mirroring the section below and pointing directly to the sides. We cut a square line in the middle first, then connect to either side at the top. Adjust the length until we are happy. We then take another horizontal section right in front of our first section, with our body directly behind the section at the back. We over-direct slightly to our first section with our fingernails looking away from us, fingers also horizontal, mirroring the section below and pointing directly to the sides. We cut a square line in the middle first, then we connect at either side at the top. Our third section on top is exactly the same. Horizontal section right in front of our last section, with our body directly behind the section at the back. We over-direct to our previous section with our fingernails looking away from us. Fingers also horizontal, mirroring that section below and pointing directly to the sides. We cut a square line in the middle first, then we connect to either side. We can now start to see the length we are starting to build on top towards the front, and there is absolutely continuity with our method. When you are clippering the sides and back, we highly fingers also directly and really start to fade and sit in our hairline, creating maximum graduation, always making sure the clippers are going in but always coming out in a fluid movement. We are now polishing the shape off, delicately working on little pieces as we go. Imagine you've done a stone sculpture of someone and you were really happy with the shape, but you were just perfecting the nose. You would be gentle, taking fine bits off the stone and just polishing the final shape. Turn the comb upside down for a closer and tighter finish. Change to a number 1 attachment, fading the hairline into the hair above. Take your guard off, really start to fade and polish that shape. Comb the hair back and let the hair fall into a rough centre and find the crown. The crown is that area where the hair is growing out in a circle at the back of the head. Take a horizontal section right the way through the crown with your body directly behind the section and at the back. With your fingernails looking away from you, fingers also horizontal, mirroring the section below and pointing directly to the sides. We cut a square line in the middle first, then connect to either side at the top. Adjust the length until we are happy. We then take another horizontal section right in front of our first section, with our body directly behind the section at the back. We over-direct slightly to our first section with our fingernails looking away from us, fingers also horizontal, mirroring the section